Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of DVD Perk Encyclopedia, where I break down each of the survivor perks in Dead by Daylight in potato terms to make it a little bit easier to understand. Today is a special edition of the DVD Perk Encyclopedia because we have a new survivor coming to Dead by Daylight. This particular survivor is in the PTB right now as I speak, so these perks may be subject to change. Just remember that. But without further ado, I introduce to you Taurie Cain and her 3 teachable perks: Shoulder the Burden, Clean Break, and Invocation Treacherous Crows. Let's get into it. Taurie's first teachable perk, Shoulder the Burden, gives you the ability to give a hook state to somebody who is currently on hook. How it works is that when you run up to the survivor and go to unhook them, a special activate ability button will show on the bottom of your screen. Press that button instead of your normal unhook button, and it'll trade a hook state for the person that was recently hooked. After they are unhooked, you scream and gain the exposed status effect for 20 seconds. So be mindful of when you're unhooking somebody so that this way you don't get downed instantly. Something else to take into consideration is that this perk is not able to be used if you are on your death hook. So that means you already have 2 hook states on your left-hand side of your screen. You cannot use this perk. Taurie's second teachable perk, Clean Break, allows you to heal yourself after 60 seconds of being broken. In order to activate this perk, you do need somebody to start healing you, and then you'll be able to press an activate ability button that will show on the bottom of your screen to initiate the broken status effect. Then, once 60 seconds has passed, you will be fully healed. And last but not least is Taurie's third and final teachable perk, Invocation Treacherous Crows. This particular perk requires you to go down to the basement at a summoning circle for 60 seconds, much like Sable's teachable perk, Invocation Weaving Spiders. Once the 60 seconds is up for this perk, if the killer disturbs crows and you are in their terror radius, you will get the killer's aura for 2 seconds. This can be helpful in chase since there is no other perk that shows the killer's aura if they disturb crows. Just keep in mind that it's only for 2 seconds at a time. There is no cooldown for this perk, so if they disturb crows again, it can just activate again. Once the invocation is complete, something to keep in mind is that you will be broken for the remainder of the match, so use this wisely. And those are Taurie's 3 teachable perks. Personally, I think behavior is running out of ideas. Yes, I said what I said. These invocation perks that require you to go down to the basement, I am not a fan of them. I don't think they help. I think that they take too much time to do. And on top of that all, you're broken for the remainder of the match, which a lot of people seem to use these perks and then just disappear and never help the team, aside from that one instance of giving you either like Treacherous Crows or Weaving Spiders with the 10% less on each gen in the match. I just kind of have my head scratching about these invocation perks. I don't really like using them myself unless I'm memeing. They're not strong, they're not overpowered, they're just time wasters. As for Clean Break, I'm not really sure how I feel about this one either. It feels like a reverse for the people where when somebody starts healing you, then you can activate the ability and be healed in 60 seconds. If you think about other perks that keep you broken, it's pretty much on par with them. Deliverance is the one that I'm thinking about when I think about how long somebody has to be broken for. But personally, this perk is just average. I wouldn't go out of my way to use this one because there's like 18 other builds that you could do that could help you heal. I don't know. You'll have to tell me down in the comments below if you think that this perk is OP and maybe I'm just crazy. I honestly think that the strongest perk of Taurie's is Shoulder the Burden. Shoulder the Burden allows you to give a health state to somebody who's being tunneled, somebody who maybe went to second. And, you know, I think that there's been a lot of discourse and a lot of discussion on the fact that people are just giving up so easily in Dead by Daylight matches. And honestly, this is going to end up being a troll perk. And that's how I am convinced that it's going to be used. I don't think it's going to be used the way that behavior has intended it for it to be used. At the end of the day, the anti-phase camp, the base kit BT, all of those are just band-aids to a bigger problem in Dead by Daylight, and I think Shoulder the Burden is the next band-aid to be put on top of those. What do you guys think? Which perk of Taurie's is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like Dead by Daylight, but you're a little confused on the survivor perks, make sure you mash that follow button for me. It's the easiest way to learn Dead by Daylight in layman's terms, so that this way you're not scratching your head and dazed and confused when you go into the fog. Next up, On Dead by Daylight, Perk Encyclopedia is going to be Zarina Kassir's 3 Teachable Perks. But until then, my friends, stay safe out there, and I'll see you out in the fog.